Hi, loves. I trust that you are doing amazing. And this is a day that the Lord has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it, right? Mm. For the past few days, what I've been hearing is in my spirit restoration, restoration, restoration. Job's afflictions, restoration. You know, Job had to go through a lot. That was like a test. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm laughing about this, but like, had Job known that it was actually a test from God to, check his faithfulness and all that, actually, it was the devil's initial plan to try to get Job to curse God, right? But Job was a faithful man. He stood faithful to God despite the afflictions and so on and so forth, right? So Job had to go through a lot, sickness, him losing every single thing around him. It's like he fell from grace all of a sudden and went to grass, right? And we know what that makes people think of a human, that how come this person fell from grace like that, right? But it was actually God's plan. He also allowed it because God knows the end. God knows the end right from the very beginning, right? So God knew that Job would definitely pass that test. Job was not going to disappoint him, right? And so, yeah. So, before I even get into the prophetic message, I just had to put this one out first. So, like, yeah. This message is not going to be for everyone. It's going to be for like a group of people. If you get this word, it's going to resonate with you because the Lord may have spoken to you about it, or it's going to just resonate with your spirit, right? But take it to the Lord too for deeper confirmations and understandings on it, which I believe that the Lord is going to give you in-depth understanding on. So this is it. Last night, I saw a roller coaster in my vision. The Lord blessed me with a vision and He showed me a roller coaster. So when I saw the roller coaster, initially, to me, truth be told, when I saw it, what I felt it meant was fun. And yes, but let's just get deeper into it. Okay? So I looked into the roller coaster. I wanted to get more details from God, and God can speak to us through like Google and everything. There are so many options, but the one that resonates with your spirit is the one that you know that the Lord is, giving you heads up on. So, you know how a roller coaster is, people have to get themselves steady in their seats to prevent any kind of falling off and all of that, like because of how the roller coaster moves. And the roller coaster goes from highs to lows at different kinds and types of roller coasters. We have the circular ones, we have the ones that have, you know, that wavy, movements and all of that. And all in all, to be able to be in that roller coaster and have that ride in the roller coaster, you have to be stable in your seat, right? So, what was impressed in my heart is a couple of you who this word belongs to, you have gone through a lot of tests, temptations, trials, afflictions, a lot of things being taken away from you to the point where you were mocked, to the point where people laughed at you, to the point where people felt like God is punishing you for evil things that you may have done and all of that. But people would not always understand what God is doing. Sometimes you yourself don't even know what God is doing until God reveals to you what He is doing, and you would then understand, right? So Job went through a whole lot. If you've read the book of Job, come on. Job went through a lot, a righteous man going through that. Someone will say it's unfair. Just his wife even came to him, curse God and die. Right? But Job didn't. He still was faithful. So there's restoration about to hit the block. Let me just use block, okay? Restoration is about to hit the block like never before. And the roller coaster vision that I saw means that you have to. The other time, the Lord gave me a word about using discernment to get to be where you have to be, or getting your breakthrough, right? And now the roller coaster, you have to be stable, ready, because when big changes are happening in your life, it would be like something like uncertainties. But when you are stable, you know what is, like, you are fit in there, that it would not turn for evil, or will not turn negatively or for your harm or anything. But all in all, it's like a roller coaster ride. It's going to be fun because of the kind of exciting things that are going to happen. So many opportunities, so many back-to-back blessings, and all of that. You have to be grounded. That's the word. Grounded to the point where when these things are happening, one, it's not going to take you by surprise. Two, you'll not be so excited and caught in the moment to the point where you will fall out of alignment, right? You'll be stable enough to receive and also use your discernment to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And also seeking God. That's the most important aspects of everything. So like how the restoration is going to hit the block is going to be back to 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 back. Back to back to back to back to back. It's going to be super exciting, right? But sometimes when so many things are happening to you, so many good things are happening to you, if you are not used to great things happening in your life, it can trigger a lot of fear. Like, what if things are not going to go well? What if things are going to go back to, and this picture here is going to give you an understanding. You see how scared they are at that point, looking at them, their faces, the roller coaster, right? How scared they were and all of that. Sometimes when great things are coming like that, that's the fear that is going to bring back. When you are grounded, you are stable, you'd receive, right? But all in all, this still reminds me, initially the first word that I dropped in my spirit when I saw the roller coaster vision was fun. And the fun is like in capital letters, like FUN, fun. The way how the restoration is going to hit you is going to get your head spinning. It's going to also cause like fear to sound like, oh my God, how all these things happening, like that kind of thing, right? And as amazing as the Lord is, when I opened my Bible, it fell on Job's faithfulness rewarded. That's the last verse of Job, the book of Job, Job chapter 42, right? So like everything just made perfect sense. All right, so the Lord richly bless you. Goodbye.